Hello, Ryan here, aka Mac, and welcome. In this video we take a look at the new moons of MicroTech coming in Alpha 3.9. As always, a huge thank you to all of my patrons and channel members. Thank you so much for all the support. It is thanks to these guys that I get to make these kinds of videos, so if you do enjoy my content and would like to help support my channel even further, be sure to follow the link to my Patreon page below. So coming in Alpha 3.9, we are getting 3 new moons surrounding the latest planet MicroTech. The planets and moons in Star Citizen are something to really behold, and when we first received Daymar, Yella and Selin, I thought they looked very impressive, but then we were introduced to Hurston's moons Ariel, Aberdeen, Aita and Magda, at which point they improved the look and generation tech a little bit further. Once ArcCorp arrived and we received 2 more moons, Walla and Lyria, I was blown away, especially by Lyria. I thought it looked even better than anything we have had before, and I just didn't think it could look even better. Well, they have gone back and built all of the moons and the 3 planets using this new PlanetTech version 4, which introduced us to a whole new level of fidelity. MicroTech, we can all agree, looks so incredible. The diversity and detail is unparalleled to anything that we have seen before. Unfortunately for 3.8, the moons of MicroTech were not ready in time, so they were pushed back to 3.9. At the end of March, we will be introduced to these 3 moons. We have Clio, Calliope and Euterpe. Now what is going to be very interesting is that these moons are completely built using PlanetTech version 4. MicroTech's moons will have 0 previous PlanetTech in them. They are 100% pure version 4. Now I don't know how noticeable it will be, but I'm excited to take a look, and from the images that we've seen, they really look like they're going to be something special. Let's take a look and see what each moon will offer when they are dropped into our hands at the end of the month. So starting with Clio, or Stanton 4b, this is MicroTech's largest moon and features a series of liquid oceans. This will actually be the first moon to feature a liquid ocean, and it covers much of the moon's surface. It has snowy mountains covering the other half, and apparently has uniquely shaped icebergs meshing the difference. There are regions with mountains and valleys that slide abruptly into the ocean at the coast, and wide fields of white snow which make it very picturesque. Something that sounds very interesting is that Clio has a hazy pink and green sky with jade coloured oceans, which will give it a sort of an alien feel. It also sounds like they may suffer from blizzards, which should be interesting, but to me, it's going to be quite a visual treat, I expect. The colour scheme will be beautiful, and with the oceans as well, it should be a location full of interest for many. Now Euterpe, or Stanton 4c, is the smallest of MicroTech's moons and has a landscape composed of vast frozen oceans and exposed ice sheets. Its landscape appears very harsh, with tips of land jutting out. Also, rather than large bodies of land, it has clusters of islands numbering in their thousands, with sharp chimney-like rock formations dotted around the plains that hint towards a volcanic past. Now Euterpe reminds me a little bit of Pitch Black, with these unusual stalagmites sort of poking up everywhere. I get the feeling that exploring this will kind of give you a sense of unease. I expect while exploring Euterpe, those chimneys will resemble some kind of life form, putting me on edge. Now Calliope, or Stanton 4a, is the final moon of MicroTech and is a middle-sized oceanless moon with extreme highs and lows across its icy terrain. It's beset by storm winds and low temperatures, especially at night when it becomes exceptionally cold, even too cold for some insulated weather suits. Now Calliope is dangerous due to the lack of visibility in harsh weather. Low clouds and ground fog make the terrain difficult to traverse. Also, it says beware of looming shapes in the distance as mountains jut out of the ground without warning. So Calliope is actually my favourite out of the 3. It reminds me very much of LV-426 from the Alien movies, which is the homeworld of the Xenomorph. And because of that, that's probably why I love it the most. But also, I do love the idea that it's so foggy and the weather is harsh that you have to take extreme care while visiting, even just flying around. But I can just imagine getting on the ground and exploring it for however long we can. Now, although these moons will not bring much gameplay with them beyond the usual outposts and trade and mining locations, I do feel that they will hold a little more weight than any of the moons that have come before, mostly due to these being the very last moons required to complete the Stanton system. Obviously, we are still without the actual Crusader planet, But this is a big moment, I feel. Not only that, set aside the fact that they are 100% pure PlanetTech version 4, these moons will come at a time when exploring environments will be limiting and quite dangerous. In 3.9, the days of just landing anywhere and exploring at will be gone. With player status requiring us to invest in armor and clothing just to survive will have a huge impact on the ability to explore these locations. Having a time limit until you will succumb to the elements means you'll only be able to explore them in small timescales. On another note, the image of Calliope shows some dense fog. Now this could have just been added for effect, but I do wonder if these moons, especially Calliope, will come with this more advanced tech of planetary ground fog. It would be cool if they do, but flying around these moons, let alone exploring on foot, I think will fill a lot of my time when 3.9 drops, and I am very excited to do so. I do hope that one day we will find a large abandoned outpost, or maybe a terraforming colony with an atmosphere processing plant. Who knows? Anywho, this is the 3 moons of MicroTech, which will be coming at the end of March. As soon as we get our hands on them, I will be definitely checking them out and making videos, exploring them and seeing what they have to offer. If you do enjoy my content, be sure to hit that subscribe button and also hit the like button if you enjoy this sort of stuff. Tick the notification bell as well if you want to be notified when my videos go live, and come follow me over on twitch.tv/supermacbrothers Ryan. Come and hang out with us live. Big thank you to all of my patrons and channel members. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.